So on Thursday, President Trump took a little jab at the idea of climate change, pointing out that we're expecting to see some really cold weather in the coming days on the U.S. East Coast, especially around New Year's. But critics have pretty immediately pointed out that you can't use individual weather events to refute the idea that there's a long-term global warming trend. In fact, if you look at the globe as a whole, the United States has got this curious sort of blue expanse or dot over it because it's the one place on the planet right now that's anomalously cold. Most places are actually anomalously warm, and that's the whole point, right? Which is you have to look at the whole global average temperature over time. That's what climate scientists do when they detect global warming. That's what they have done, and sure enough, when you look at it in that way, the temperatures are rising, and they've been rising for a good while, caused by human greenhouse gas emissions. So this is why climate scientists have been saying for decades, don't get weather and climate confounded with one another. Climate is sort of the sum total of weather in a particular place or over the entire globe, depending upon how you're analyzing it. Now, it is important to note that individual weather events can be related to the overall global climate trend if you do it carefully, if you do it in the right way. If you take, for instance, this cold event that we're looking at right now, this is a tenuous and debated kind of connection, but some researchers have brought forward the idea that as the Arctic warms faster than the middle latitudes, you could actually see the jet stream, which carries the weather, behaving more funny and producing these large loops that can bring Arctic air down into more middle latitudes during the winter. But that's a debated issue. And when you look at other kinds of weather events, the idea that there is a trend towards worsening wildfires in the western United States, that's not really that controversial. It fits climate change predictions quite nicely. You got more heat, you got more dryness, you got the snow melting earlier in the year, drying things out faster. That all fits, and that makes a lot of sense. If there's a takeaway, it's sort of that it is irresistible in some way to talk about climate change through weather, because of course weather is what we all experience, so it brings it home to us, and we're humans. We don't like to talk about averages, we like to talk about our experiences, but you have to be cautious and you have to be rigorous in how you do it.